Alright, so we are doing a lesson. I'm going to make sure this is recording. Yeah, it's recording. Alright, we're doing a lesson on the Carcassi study number 1, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick lesson over what's going on. That way you can start thinking about things for Friday's test. Alright, so let's just dive into it. The first measure is the C major scale. Now remember, we're using these two fingers, I and M. Alright, now it also says staccato and it says allegro, but I'm going to take it pretty moderato. Alright, so very staccato. Alright, now we're doing the same thing for the next 3 measures, as in we're just playing the C major scale. We're just going to hit different high notes and come back down. So the first measure is this. Alright, so we get to the 4th measure and we see the F sharp. And what it's doing is it's leading into a little modulation that's going to go into the key of G for a second. Not in the key of G, but it's going to emphasize, it's going to tonicize the G. Alright, so here we go. First line. Alright, now it says crescendo there, so don't forget to crescendo, because we're crescendoing so that when we get to G, it's a very solid entrance. Right, now notice that we're ending on A, which is leading to G, and we're ending on the dominant of G, which is the 5, the last 2 notes on the first line. And then we're coming in with G, and then we're going to tonicize G, and we're going to use that G. We're going to start on the octave, and we're going to go to the 3rd, the B. Alright, so, and then we're going to modulate back to C. Alright, so here we go. Here's the first 2 lines. So once we get to the end of that line, what's going to happen is you're going to come up, you're going to shift over here. So after you play that G, you're going to shift over A with the first finger. Alright, and you're going to end on the B, so just the C major scale. Alright, so you're going to come all the way to C and come back down to the B. Alright, now after you play that B, you're going to play an open E. And to give you time to get back into first position. So let's take that, let's take the song up hill there. Alright, so we have that. Now, I'm sorry I played it with my thumb the first time. My wrist is just really killing me lately. Just having some issues, so thanks Roman for the fractured wrist. He pushed me off my bike a few years ago, and I fell and fractured my wrist. Fun story, fun facts. Alright, so here we go with that little section on the E. Alright, now that's tonicizing the E. The reason it's tonicizing is because we're going to go into the A. Now, with that A, we're going to actually be playing the melodic minor scale, which is a sharp. It's an A minor scale with a raised 6, raised 7th, and then on the way down, it's going to lower it down to the lowered 7th and lowered 6th. So here we go. All right, that's the last measure and the first measure of the last measure of the 3rd line, first measure of the 4th line. Alright, so just one more time. And then you're going to go back down to the, and then go on to the G. Alright, so here we go. Now when I play that, I like to keep those open notes ringing just because it provides that tension, you know. Sorry. Alright, so let's just take it up to there. Alright, so then we get on to, sorry, I went a little bit further. We have a C major scale on the first to last measure on the 4th line. Alright, and then we have the G major arpeggio, leading down to the C. Alright, now that D sharp is going to help us get to our B major arpeggio. Alright, so let's just take that real slow from the second measure of the 4th line. Alright, so then we end on the E. We have that. Now from here, what you can do is you can just keep your E here. Alright, so, and then you're going to shift down to this position. And what it is, it's the D on the 5th fret, G on the 5th fret, B on the 4th fret, and F on the 6th fret with an open E on top. Alright, and then you're going to get into the dyads. Alright, so then you have all that, the dyad stuff, alright? So here we go with the dyads real slow. Alright, so you have that G arpeggio again. Sorry, I don't have a footstool. Alright, now here come the chords, alright? So you're going to have C, E, C, G, C, E. I just hit a C out of just habit, right? You have the G major chord, which is G, B, D, and G. You're going to come and play the same formation on the 8th fret and play the C major, back down to the G major, and then you go back to the C. Alright, now you're going to play an F sharp diminished. Alright, which is F sharp, C, D sharp, and A, right here. Alright, and then you're going to play a G suspended. So, G on the 5th fret, C on the 5th fret, E on the 5th fret, G. Alright, then you're going to come back down and play, and then you're going to play G again. So, suspension. Alright, and actually I'm noticing there's a difference there. Alright, so right there it's going to go over to G. It's going to play the B up here. Alright, so suspension, and then come with your G, D, F, and B. Alright, and then you go back down to the C on the 8th fret, back to the G, back to the C. Drop it down to the B. Alright, that's actually an E7 chord, but you're going to play it in the 3rd inversion. Alright, so it's going to be like an E major chord with your D here. And then your A minor, F major 7th, which is interesting. Alright, and then your G suspended. Open it up. Alright, and then you get into the so let's take those from the actual for the chords. Here we go. Really simple stuff. I hope this lesson helps. I'm not gonna play it fast, but just to give you a roundabout. Here we go. augmented the end, so just for a few of you guys that really want to mess around with it. I tried it at the end, it didn't work out too well, but after the suspension, what I'm doing is I'm going to hit chords, so C, and then you're going to hit the C with the E on top. Hit the C here. And hit the C's with different high voices ringing it at the end. So that's alright. Sorry, I missed that chord. I'm still working on it, so just an idea if you guys want to augment it just a little bit. Alright, so I hope this helps, guys.